Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, July 23rd, and today I am getting lip filler for the first time. In case you are new here, I am 38 years old, I have 2 kids, and I have never gotten lip filler in my life. I have been getting Botox for about 10 years now, and I recently just got Dysport. But I have just been thinking about wanting to try lip filler and also watching a lot of Love Island and Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So it's kind of pushed me over the edge. I also feel like I am finally at the point where I have kind of regained my body back after having kids, and I just want to do a little something for myself. Like a lot of women get mommy makeovers once they're done having kids, and I'm not gonna get any, actual plastic surgery done, but I want to just do a little something for myself. I am kind of nervous, but I am also really excited. I feel like this is less risky because you can always get it dissolved. So I don't think that there's gonna be any sort of permanent damage. And I'm also not gonna go crazy. I want a very natural, like my lips are better kind of a look. I don't want, the overfilled balloon lips. And I don't want it to be super noticeable, if you know what I mean. Like I don't want to go around friends and then be like, oh my gosh, you've gotten your lips done. I just want a little bit more of a plump look. So this is what they look like right now. I feel like they have like a bunch of lines in them, probably because I'm getting older. My bottom lip is like okay in size. I just want like more of like a pouty, plump look. I never thought that I had very thin lips. Like I do, when you're just looking at me, I have an upper lip. I know that there are some people that literally don't. But when I went to have my consultation, she was like, oh yeah, I get why you want some filler. You have thin lips. And I never thought of myself as having thin lips, but then as soon as she said it, and I'm sure she sees so many lips, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have thin lips, I guess. So anyway, I'm really excited. So I went for a consultation about a week ago, a little more than a week ago. I guess it was like a week and a half ago. And she basically told me to bring some inspiration photos. I think I want her to kind of just like follow my natural lip line and just plump it up. Maybe define the Cupid's bow a little bit, but not like intensely. Because like I said, I want it to look natural and I don't want it to look overdone, or like I don't want my face to change so much that people are like, oh my gosh, you definitely had your lips done. So I'm gonna bring a couple of photos, I think, that I found on Pinterest. She also told me that she uses kind of like is it lidocaine, a block that so she's gonna give me like 2 injections, I think, around here that numb my lips. But she said that her patients really like that because it's less painful and more comfortable, and you can't really like feel. That's a good thing. She also recommended that I start taking arnica tablets. So I got some on Amazon and I started taking those on Saturday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday. So about 4 to 5 days. And I took 2, you just put them under your tongue, let them dissolve. I did it twice a day. So like in the morning and then towards the late afternoon. That helps with the swelling and the bruising. Hopefully I don't bruise too bad. I do have a tendency to bruise pretty bad on my body, although I haven't really, tested out my lips very much. She also was like, you look like you have a little bit of red in your hair. And like, she said, typically redheads bruise more frequently or more easily. So we'll see. I was born with red hair and I definitely have red in my hair, but I also have Moroccan in my blood. My grandma's French Moroccan. So she has olive skin, like very darker, like a darker complexion, dark eyes. And so I feel like there's a little bit of a balance there. I'm not super fair, like I'm not Irish or anything. So I don't know. We'll see. I have no idea. We're gonna find out. I've also been doing just a ton of my own research, looking on YouTube at videos to prep myself and before and afters and progression, just so that I'm in the know and I know what to expect. All right, so I just wanted to give you a little pre-appointment download on everything, and my appointment is at 1. Oh my gosh, it's about 2 hours from now. I'm super nervous. I hope that I don't look crazy, but I'm also very excited. So here's one more look. Little smiling. So like I have an upper lip when I smile. I don't know what type of lip filler she's going to use yet. So I will update you on that. And I guess the next time I see you guys, I don't think I'm gonna take the camera in or anything. That's just weird. I will check back in right after I'm done with my appointment. Hopefully it goes well. Okay guys, I just got them done and I am so happy. What do you think? I love it. Like I don't think that I could have asked for anything better. I'm sorry, I have like the lidocaine, so I'm still like very numb up here and like not so much down here, but like I feel like I have a massive upper lip. But so I feel like I'm talking a little bit strange. But anyway, she did a full syringe, and the type of filler she did was RHA 3, and I guess there's like a 2, a 3, and a 4, and like the 2 is for like more minimal, like natural. 3 is kind of in the middle, and then 4 is like, she said that she uses it on her patients that have larger lips that can kind of handle it. So I opted, I can't even say, the 3. I felt like it was right in the middle, and I wanted to be able to see a little bit of a difference, and I feel like she nailed it. I just basically said I wanted, like I told you guys, to do my natural like lips, but she also like did a more defined Cupid's bow. I can't even talk, which I think looks so pretty. I feel like right now she said it's gonna be like the biggest, most swelled up, and I love it. I didn't tell Pete that I was doing this because we had talked about me getting lip filler, I don't know, in the past, and he kind of was like, don't do it, do not do it, you're gonna look crazy, da 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 da. And so I was like, you can't tell me what to do, and so I didn't tell him that I was getting this done. And honestly, I feel like it's just such a subtle change. I don't think he's gonna notice. I don't think he's gonna even know. So I will report back. I can't say peas, but oh my gosh, I think it looks so good. I can't wait. I will talk to you guys when I get home. Hi guys, so it is now 3:20. So it's been, I guess my appointment was at 1. So it's been about an hour, and I feel like the lidocaine is starting to wear off. I can like feel in my lower. So she put the lidocaine, which is kind of like a Novocaine, but I guess it's different, up here and here, and then down here and here for like the upper and lower lip. So I did not feel anything in my upper lip when she was injecting. It was like, I didn't even feel the needle going in, but the bottom lip, for some reason, she said that it can't like hit the nerves fully. So I did feel her like putting the needles in, and there was like a little bit of pinching. I could feel it moving around and stuff, but it wasn't terrible. Like I wasn't in pain and it wasn't uncomfortable. I just said to her, I was like, okay, I didn't feel anything on my top lip, but I do feel what you're doing on my bottom lip. And she's like, it's totally normal. So that was fine. Now the top, I still can feel the lidocaine in there, and I still feel like I'm talking a little bit strange, but I do feel it wearing off. I also feel soreness, and I cannot stand being uncomfortable and having like soreness or pain or anything. and I am starting to feel it. And she said the only thing that I can do for pain is to take Tylenol. So I'm gonna go look and see if I have some because it's just like hurting and I don't like that. Aside from that, I iced my lips when I got home for about 10 minutes. She actually said that my lips were like, did really well and shouldn't bruise. Like usually she's like, when I inject and I'm done, she's like, I can usually see when the lips are gonna start to bruise, but she said that yours didn't at all. So I don't know. I guess the arnica tablets that I had been taking twice a day for literally 5 days might have helped. So I do feel like on this side, the lower lip is kind of like swelling up a little bit more than the other side, but maybe that's just me, or maybe it's just like I'm feeling the Novocaine or the lidocaine in this side still, as opposed to this one. Like I feel like I can move around this side of my lip. Maybe that's what it is, but I don't know. Guys, I don't think that I could have asked for a better result. And this is like, I really like the way that this looks. I don't think that it looks overdone or too like pouty or anything. You guys have to let me know, but I really wanted it to be like just a plumper version of my lips, and I feel like she literally nailed it. And she even said, she's like, oh my God, they look so good. I think I said this in the car, but she said that she defined the Cupid's bow just a bit, and I think it made a huge difference because I was looking at pictures that I took before I went, and I didn't really have a Cupid's bow. It was like a little teeny tiny dip, but I think they look so good. And from the side, they look really good. I think she mentioned that there can be like some bruising and swelling above and below the lips as the days go on, but obviously today and tomorrow are supposed to be the worst of it. And she said that they can look uneven at first. And she said that if I do see any unevenness or lumpiness, I have to wait the full 14 days and then I can go back to her and she will even it out at no cost. But I don't know, I can't see any unevenness now. She also said that my face was pretty symmetrical, so it wasn't like she had to kind of like add more volume to one side or the other, which was good. For today, she basically told me that I won't be able to drink from a straw. I probably should avoid drinking from a straw for the next couple of days just to let everything kind of like settle. She also said to kind of sleep with my head elevated so that I'm not like fully back and then things are just like settling weird. She said keep taking the arnica for the next 3 days, which I'm gonna do that. And I'm very happy with the results. I honestly, it kind of just looks to me almost as if I put a plumping lip gloss on. I feel like it's a very natural look. Like if you looked at me and you didn't know that I had lip filler, you probably wouldn't know. But I could be totally wrong. I mean, I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. I really wanted this result, so I am so happy. I'm trying not to like move my mouth around and I still feel the lidocaine in there, so I'm not like smiling as much. But I don't know if you could tell, but I'm very happy with the results. And honestly, I don't think that Pete is gonna be able to know. She was telling me how in most cases, especially with people that come for the first time, they really love it on day one, and then after the 14 days, the swelling goes down and everything, and they're like, oh my gosh, I really loved it on day one. I need to come back for more. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna see how it ends up with the swelling. Hopefully I don't get bruising. I was kind of worried about planning anything and seeing people over these next few days especially, and so I don't have any plans. The only things that I have to do is like go pick up and drop off my kids My kids have swim lessons, and then we have on Friday, one of our family friends, their little boy's gonna sleep over, and then we're gonna go to the pool on Saturday. But I think by then it should kind of have settled out a bit. I think I'm gonna go ice them again because they're just hurting, and I think I need to take some Tylenol. But this is it. I am so happy. Okay, I will check in with you guys again tomorrow. Hi guys, it is officially day 2 since I got lip fillers. So yesterday I got it, and I feel like they're looking very different. So yesterday, obviously, I did not really see much bruising. It was more painful than I thought. It was just, they were just very sore and was almost giving me kind of like a headache. I did end up taking Tylenol, and I got a terrible night's sleep because she told me to sleep with my head elevated, and it's just really uncomfortable. I like to sleep on my back or on my side, and I just felt very restricted, and I kept on waking up and yada yada. So anyway, I think the biggest change today is they are very swollen still, and I have like some bruising like around here, and especially these two right where she did the injection for like that Cupid's bow, kind of on the bottom, there's some bruising. It doesn't look terrible. Like, I was worried on Zoom calls today that I was gonna have to stay off camera and pretend like I was not feeling well or something, but from afar, you can't really tell. I went and dropped my kids off at school and stuff like that, so I don't know. I guess it could be worse. I'm not really sure what I was expecting. I didn't think that I was gonna have like huge bruises, but I do feel like there is still a good amount. And I also feel like it looks like I have a mustache. It's like this brownish, like, I don't know if it's bruising or what, but it looks weird, and I didn't ever notice it before. I'm hoping that as the swelling goes down, that'll go away too. But I took arnica again today in the morning. I need to take it again just to help out with the bruising and the swelling. I think there's actually arnica, like a gel that you can put topically. I didn't buy that, but maybe if I do this again, I will for next time. Overall, I can actually move my mouth around today. Yesterday, because of the lidocaine, I felt just very swollen and limited mobility with my mouth, especially my upper lip. My top lip still kind of feels a bit tender, and I don't have the full range of motion. Like, I can't drink from a straw, and I think you're not supposed to drink from a straw for like 72 hours or something like that. And I still feel a little bit of like tenderness, especially up at the top. My bottom lip feels a lot better. It feels a little lumpy, but I was told not to try to massage my lips until after 48 hours. So I'm just kind of leaving them as is. Overall, I think I really still love them. I think they look so good. I did not tell Pete, like I told you, and he did not bring it up at all yesterday. Like, he didn't say anything. And I don't know if he just like didn't notice, or because I didn't have anything kind of like, as I didn't have any like bruising or the redness yesterday as much, he couldn't tell. But Chase actually did. I was icing my lips, and he came up to me and he's like, "Mommy, what are those red dots all over your lips?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just nothing." I wasn't about to like explain what I did, but I was like, "Oh, nothing, don't worry about it. My mommy's lips just hurt." And then he just dropped it and lost interest. So anyway, that's the update today. I really hope that the swelling and like the bruising and the redness goes away in the next few days. We'll see how good they heal. But I think they look so good and very natural. So I'm excited to see the progression. I will check back in tomorrow. Hi guys, it is day 3 now. So I got them done Wednesday. It's Friday, and I still have a lot of bruising. I feel like it's becoming even more apparent. Like here, like you could see all the little places where the needle went in. There's bruise up here, over here. These two are kind of red. The bottom lip isn't that bad. Just kind of like down here. But yeah, this is kind of the update. I feel like today I have a lot more movement and it doesn't feel as sore. I still feel like some soreness, not as much in the bottom like I said yesterday, but up in the top a bit. And I don't know, it feels a little bit lumpy up here and down here. I still don't want to kind of like touch it or massage it because I don't want to move it around or whatever, but they feel much better. I think, I don't know, it's hard to tell. I've taken a bunch of selfies and I feel like they're uneven, but she told me that that is normal and I'm trying not to overanalyze every little thing. I think they are pretty swollen still and obviously bruised. So it's hard to get a good idea of what's kind of going on. I'm definitely gonna wait the full 2 weeks before kind of really overanalyzing things and being like, oh, this looks higher over here. Cause I feel like one side around the Cupid's bow, like this one looks a little bit higher. And I don't know if that's just because you can see the red injection dot here and you can't really as much over here. I don't know. Overall, I'm still liking them. I still feel very self-conscious. I took the kids to swim lessons yesterday and I kind of was like, had a hat on, hiding my face kind of a thing. I finally told Pete this morning, I was in the car and I was like, we were going to get Starbucks as usual after we dropped the kids off. And I was like, do I look any different? And he's like, no. And I was like, really? And he's like, oh. He's like, did you get lip filler? Because we had just talked about this a week or so ago. And I was like, yeah. And I asked him, I was like, did you not even notice? And he's like, no, I honestly don't have the capacity in my brain to like pick up on things like that. I guess guys just don't notice things. But he's like, oh yeah, now I can, he's like, I can see the bruising and stuff. And it looks like you got little bee stings or something. And I was like, yeah. So anyway, he's fine with it. He's like, I thought that it would be a lot worse. And I was like, the swelling's gonna go down, da 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 da. So this is not the final product, but it's how it's progressing. I will check back in. Hi guys, it is now day 5 since I have gotten lip filler. I'm sorry I didn't check in yesterday. I totally forgot. There wasn't a huge difference from day 3 to day 4, but I think today I'm finally seeing kind of like the swelling going down and the bruises starting to disappear. I still have, you know, like a couple right here, but the bottom lip is looking really, really good. And overall, I just absolutely love them. I don't know how much more of the swelling is gonna go down, but like, I love the way that it looks. I feel like it's very much what I had asked for, the kind of like my lips, but better, not too overdone. And I don't think that if you didn't know me, you probably wouldn't know that I got them done. They're just so good. Like really, really, really happy. I can't wait to see what, you know, the end result looks like after 14 days, but it is definitely trending in the right direction. I still feel it, there's no pain, but I still feel like where the bruises are, it's a little bit like bumpy because of the bruises, and there's still a little bit of soreness kind of like around the, like right here. I don't know why, feels kind of like hard. I don't know. Up here, I feel kind of like a hardness, and I was kind of like trying to massage it, but I honestly think that it's also a bruise. So it's probably not like a filler lump. I have no idea. I'm just like going day by day. Anyway, I'm really loving it. I will check in probably, I don't know, in 2 days on day 7, and hopefully by then, most of the bruising and the swelling has gone down, but I am super, super happy. Oh, also just forgot to mention that yesterday I started drinking from a straw. I don't know, I think I read it was like 72 hours that you should try to not drink from a straw. And I also worked out for the first time since I've gotten them done yesterday. So, I don't think that it has shifted anything, and yeah, I feel like I'm trying to get back into the routine. I hadn't worked out since Tuesday, and yesterday was Saturday, so I was like itching to start lifting some weights. But anyway, yeah, that is the update. Hi guys, checking in. It has now been 1 full week since I got my lip filler. So I got it on last Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. So a full 7 days, Wednesday to Wednesday. And I think that the bruising is pretty much all gone. And I'm assuming that the swelling has also really gone down, especially because now I am really inspecting my lips and I'm like, I feel like they are not that big. Like, I feel like it's not a big enough of an effect. Like, she told me, she's like, most of my clients, they come back after, you know, the full 2 weeks, and they say that they want the look of day one. So when they have just been injected and they are swollen and looking really big and full and everything, and you know, once the filler settles in and the swelling goes down, they look a lot smaller. But I have to say, I also know that filler blindness is a thing, and it's kind of like when you're looking at yourself every single day, you don't really notice any changes. And I actually was messaging with my mom yesterday, and she's like, I can really tell that you got them done. So I think it's just me. And other than that, you know, like I think I'm gonna continue to go, and I want them a little bit more full. And maybe this is just because it's my first time and whatever, but I don't know. I've now gotten used to it, and I'm like, I need the drama again. And I don't want to get to that point where I'm like over injecting and they don't look natural. So I am very, very, very happy with them. I think she did an incredible job. They look so natural. Just gives me a little bit of like softness to my face, I feel like, and I love them. They just look so good, and also just like very hydrated. I have a little bit of lip oil on right now, so I think it makes them look very pretty. But I really do like the look of it with just kind of like a gloss or just like Vaseline. And I never liked just wearing gloss on my lips prior to getting them done, so that definitely says something. I think I'm over analyzing, and I'm like, oh, I want more, da 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 da. But they look great. So anyway, I am probably not going to make any updates. I will check in one last time next Wednesday just to show you the final. They say to wait a full 14 days for everything to kind of settle into place. So I will check back in a week from today. Guys, I am checking in for the final time on the lip filler. Today is day 14, so it's officially been 2 weeks, and everything should have settled in, and there's no more swelling, there's no more bruising, and I am really, really loving them. I think that she did such a good job. Here's just a quick look at them. She did such a great job. I think that they look very natural. I was really specific when I went in and I told her that I wanted to look like my lips but better. I definitely didn't want the sausage look or the duck, not too like overfilled and pouty, but just like a little bit more fullness, and I think that she really nailed it. Overall, I think that the experience was a positive one. I really love that she did the lidocaine. so that I couldn't feel anything during the procedure. The first few days were a little bit uncomfortable, especially the day that I got them done, and the day after there was definitely a lot of soreness. I couldn't really drink from a straw. It was just like sensitive when I was brushing my teeth. I didn't want to like chew as much, and you know, it was just a little bit uncomfortable. I also felt very self-conscious when going out and doing my normal routine, like dropping and picking up my kids, going out to dinner. I tried to keep things to a minimum, but like I have to take my kids to camp, so I can't not do things. I also had to be on Zoom calls, so I tried to go off camera on the first couple of days, but like even after that, my lips they just didn't look normal. They were very swollen and big, so felt very self-conscious about that. I did get a good amount of bruising and swelling, but nothing like too crazy. It wasn't terrible. I would absolutely do this again. I think that what I got, one syringe she used RHA 3, and it was $750. So I'm interested to see how long they actually last. I know that it depends on kind of your body. People that have a faster metabolism or potentially work out a lot, they could dissolve quicker than somebody else with a different body type and lifestyle. So I don't know. I've heard anywhere between 6 months to up to 18 months. I'm not really sure what to expect for my situation. Usually just going off of like Botox, I can usually stretch my Botox out about 5 months. So I know that this is a different injectable, but I think it's very typical. So we'll see. I will keep you guys posted, but I think that I achieved the look that I was going for. I feel like it just kind of softens my face a little bit, and I do have kind of like high cheekbones and like larger eyes. So I feel like balancing my face out a little bit with larger, just like a little bit larger lips kind of like just makes my face more harmonious and balanced. So I am very, very happy. If you guys have any questions or want me to do a follow-up Q&A, just let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in doing lip filler, I would totally recommend it. I had a good experience. I know that there are, you know, sometimes people have horror stories and they get, you know, like a lot of lumps and it's just uneven and stuff like that. But if you do your research, make sure that you have an injector that knows exactly what they're doing. Check their Facebook, check their website, check the reviews, and go get the consultation and feel it out before you make any commitments. Maybe even go to multiple different places and check out what they say in a consultation. And then, you know, it's a very personal thing. You can decide for yourself. But overall, I really liked it. And I think that I'm going to continue to do this in the future. So yeah, really happy. Thank you guys so much for watching. And like I said, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.